I
Sure
wish we still had a joint where, like, you know what I'm saying, we could just like move it to Facebook automatically.
bro. And I don't know. It's one of them things you're trying to figure out, but it's also like, what do you do for real?
Yeah.
That might be the nastiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm so sorry. Full 94
What are
people.
you doing, yo? Yo.
No, you okay. So you always see them earwax commercials. Don't
Yeah.
use Q-tips and do that. It's just a
Yeah.
new tool and it looks disgusting. And I was basically like, let me scroll to try to retweet it, retweet us, and that was the first thing that popped up. I'm like, dude, come on, man,
Nah, yo, you bugging, yo. Relax.
that's disgusting.
Relax.
Tap in with us, man. What's going on, family?
Yo, I'm here, bro. I'm copacetic. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Living
chilling.
life.
You know what I mean? I had a nice relaxed weekend. You know what I mean? My Phillies lost and let me down, but
That's
my
that was,
weekend.
and you rocking. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but you had the hat on. I was like,
Well,
it was
I rep to the death of me, so I'm not even worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like Jay make the Yankee hat famous, I'm trying to make the Philly joint famous. Only
that
thing
makes
is, everybody be like, "Oh, you got all these different color Phillies hats and you don't wear them." One thing you gotta understand about a green screen, every color don't show up right. So there's
big
only a certain
facts,
number of
big
colors I
facts.
can wear.
What up,
Gotta
sis?
see.
Definitely missing sis in the building tonight. If you a fan of the show, you watch the show at all. It is me, Miles Austin, my boy. Ooh, excuse me. Oh, my boy, Will Teddy Wildress out here in the streets, and then Sports Talk with C Monroe out here. Look, she's out here she's doing coverage right now, so we can't even be mad. You know what I mean? Like,
It's a vibe right now.
I initially was like, when we got the text using the group chat, I was like, all right, you doing work. I can't be mad at you. You know what I mean?
That's good. That's good. All the men's be watching for C.
Big facts. We're gonna
All,
lose a lot of folks tonight.
all, all the men's be watching for C. So
They be like,
you
it's just
know.
Miles and Will tonight, man. That's
Oh, but the
crazy.
Jones is watching because they know, the baby soft skin, them boys get look. I'm here, ladies.
I ain't
You know
messing
what I'm
with you right
saying?
now, man.
I'm here. I still got the easy E popping, but I got some
You already
confidence this
know it.
weekend.
You
Uh,
already know it. Everything's been copacetic, man. Look, peep y'all. Thank y'all for tapping in with us here on the full 94 here on MTMV Sports. Make sure you go follow. Make sure you tap in, subscribe, retweet, double tap, do whatever you got to do, man, and talk to the
all that.
folks, man. We definitely appreciate y'all for tapping in with us, man. Look, there was a lot going on in the NBA right now, and there's a lot to talk about. But I first want to start with the emergence of Desmond Bane.
Oh
I
yeah.
have been excited to watch the Grizzlies and more excited to see what Desmond has been doing. Now we're gonna look at his averages, but the last 6 games, we talked about this in the group chat, Will. Last 6 games, 38-7, 38-7 with 8 threes, 31-4 with 6 threes, 32-2-6 with 48% from the field, 29-5-8 with 5 threes, 19-2-6 with 50% from the floor, 28, 4 assists, 56% from the floor, and 4 threes. Now, I don't know about you, right? I knew Desmond Bane was a shooter.
Right.
You know what I mean? I didn't see. Did you see anything like this?
Yeah,
happen?
he was a steal in the draft. Shout out to the homie C Micah and Grizz Nation, yo. He was a steal in the draft, yo. For me, I got a lot of flack for it because when people were asking me about him, I always said he comes off very Klay Thompson like. I ain't say Klay Thompson, but he comes off very Klay Thompson like, except he's a little bit more of a playmaker because they've been running them pick and rolls like crazy. But like he's doing incredible this year. Like his season averages right now, I think it's like 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He's 46% from field goal, 47 from 3-point, and then 88 from the free throw free throw line. Now you was mentioning his last 6 games. Now out of the 9 games they played this season, he only missed 1 game.
Yeah,
his lowest shooting game, he had 24 points.
That would make no sense. And then
I take that back. His lowest shooting game, it wasn't 24 points. His lowest shooting game was 45%. So he had lower points, but the thing you got to consider is he's not the first option. Like he's technically supposed to be the third option behind Jaren Jackson, but he's kind of this season playing almost like he's the Robin to Ja Morant's Batman, which is
big
like,
facts.
which is fire. Like it's dope. But he's getting the minutes this season more than ever, even though he's still playing with the second unit. So I mean, he's playing like out of control. Like, you know, the defense is still there. I think he's got a 6-point jump in scoring this year in comparison to last year. And this is all also to do with, like, you know, the team has like had a lot of injuries and whatnot. You know what I mean? So
you see how cut up Desmond is, bro.
Yeah,
like he not no like he kind of, you know what I mean. He's still like, excuse me.
You got to tussle with my boy. Like it's not.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not a game. Like you're not about to get out of the forest.
Easy screen. You know what I mean? Like, you gonna feel me.
Yeah, you're not about to get out of the forest. So you gonna have to tussle, and that's, you know what I'm saying. That's dope though. Like he's playing out of his mind. Yeah, and like that's incredible. Like you love to see it. So I'm eager to see exactly how this carries out through the season. Only because you want to see if he can actually be able to maintain it throughout the season. But
that's the key.
If he's able to maintain this throughout the season, there's no reason why he doesn't make an all NBA team and why he doesn't make an all-star team, because he like that, yo. So
that's some big words there, boy.
I mean,
all NBA and all-star.
You're playing out west. Some people may argue he's not. I think
where everybody is.
I think he has the potential to be a great, complete two-way player in this league, which is needed. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then he knows how to pass. Like, you got a person who can facilitate, who can shoot, and who, you know what I'm saying, who is not scared of playing defense. Like, that's incredible. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I see it. I see it. I'm gonna call it.
I'm not mad. So you got three all NBAs. You're looking at 2 guards, 3 forwards. I mean, 2 guards, 2 forwards in the center. For 3, he plays what, small forward?
But who?
Desmond.
Does he? No, I thought
Desmond was he played 3 guard, huh?
I thought Desmond was a guard, bro.
Does he play 2 guard?
That's what I thought.
Hey, I'm not.
I mean, he's what? Desmond is what, 6'5"?
I believe so.
Yeah, Desmond is 6'5". He's a 2 guard.
Yeah, 6'5", 215 though.
Maybe when they play like smaller lineups, he might play. He might play.
And that's hard because you're thinking. I mean, let's just run down the list, right? Like, you think of Western Conference teams.
Oh yeah.
You have Chris Paul, Devin Booker,
Paul George,
Ja, Damian, Jamal, Luka, CJ from the Pelicans. I think Paul George is a 2 guard because Kawhi plays a 3 and probably goes down to the 4 when they go to small ball.
Yep.
Stephen Clay, and we ain't got no all-stars outside of LeBron and AD.
Don't do it, bro, because Russ has been playing, dog. I don't want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. So
I'm saying Russ could be all-star. I wouldn't even think. I was just thinking about our losses, man. Don't mind me.
Yeah, you going through.
Don't mind me at all. Both of my teams trash right now. Raiders can't win a game when they up, and Lakers can't get up to win. So I don't, you know what I mean? I just
y'all 2-7 though. Y'all been celebrating, man. So
bro,
you know,
I can't even.
Don't knock your hustle, man.
Just make the trades. You know what I mean? Just make the trades.
Well, like we said earlier, they were saying Bill Simmons was saying that AD could possibly be on the trading block, but
he should have been on the trading block.
You will not. I hate to tell you this. You will not get value for AD. Number one, because Pelinka is your GM. And number 2, because
don't start with that. Okay?
Number 2, because other teams know that y'all might be slightly desperate. So it's not going to happen.
You got to make sure you're good. Like, this is I'm cool with AD. I want a young budding star.
Y'all might as well just play for the boy Victor, boy. Just call it play for Victor. Try to get Bronny in like the second round.
Chill out,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, speaking of Bronny, we can do this very quickly and move on. You seen that boy's bounce lately?
He's always had bounce.
No. He's had some bounce. But the last few weeks, the stuff I've seen, he's bouncy, bro.
I mean,
like,
I
saw him do a flip. He caught an alley-oop, and his head was like right under the rim, bro.
But he's always been like that, though.
No, I remember when Bronny was like, he was grazing, you know what I mean? And then he could fully put the ball over the rim good. Like, he's looking at the rim. He's like catching it and then turning, and I'm like, hold on. I saw this, and I was watching Shout Out to Baller's Life. I was watching so just some of the best moves. I forget the name of the series they have there, but he did a 1-2 yam on somebody. I said, bro, he's not taking 2 steps and yamming on folks, and he caught it off a pin down. Boom, caught it 1-2. Boom. I said, oh, this is real. Okay.
You know when he get into the league, that's not gonna happen. I'm not being funny. I'm just saying,
he had everything else though.
He's LeBron's son. They gonna treat that boy worse than they treated Lonzo when Lonzo came out. You remember Lonzo? Yeah. Lonzo came out every game. They was on 2K on all they was playing All American.
But I think the game is different though, right? Like when I look at Lonzo, I think of 6'6", great wing defender, and he's a pass first guy. Shoot open shots, what he's always looking for. You know what I mean? So I feel like even in the Pat Bev joint, he's like, boom, whatever, overlooking him, like blah, blah. I'm like, bro, he's a pass first point guard. Like, they're trying to bust your head.
But that's the problem. Lonzo's a playmaker. Bronny's not a playmaker.
That's what I'm saying. You appreciate in the league, you would appreciate Bronny's game for it translating more and not being bullied and beat up.
So he's just gonna be catching lobs and playing defense.
No, I didn't say all that. I didn't say all that.
He's gonna be the black Alex Caruso, basically.
I'm saying it's gonna be a little. He's gonna. He's stupid. I felt like it's gonna just be a little bit different because he's gonna get bigger, he's gonna get more agile, and he's gonna get tougher. And I think the college experience is definitely gonna help him. Something his dad.
You put a lot of eggs in that basket, big dog. When you consider the fact that Bryce is bigger than Bull.
Bryce is gonna be cold, bro.
I don't know if Bryce is gonna. I think Bryce is gonna be better.
But Bryce doesn't. He just doesn't have the body yet. That's what I'm saying. Like
Bryce,
he's younger.
Bryce ain't gonna need the body, bro, because he's gonna be built like Kevin Durant. Bull gonna be like close to 7 feet tall.
Yeah,
and he gonna be shooting over them folks.
If he can shoot like Kevin, then there's no issues. But I like the way I've watched a few of Bronny's games in its entirety, and I like his mindset on the court.
I like Bronny, but I just don't. They're not gonna let Bronny come into the league like that.
No, he's not gonna be going crazy. But I think his game will translate in terms of what he wants to do. You know what I mean? So I like that, but I was just this bounces.
He needs to make sure he continues to improve on the shooting, which has been really good this year, though.
Oh, you have to, yeah.
So,
but yeah, I think back to the Desmond Bane, the Grizzlies, and the All-Stars. I think if he continues to play the way he's playing, I do like him for being an All-Star, especially if they continue to win games. Mm-hmm. That's going to be the biggest thing for me, because what happens in the NBA is that people who do well but are not on well-known, they're not winning teams. Yeah, you don't get to make the All-Star team off your name. You know what I mean? You have to be special when you're not a superstar.
I think if they keep playing like this, I think the Warriors are eventually going to get it together, and then we're going to get that Western Conference playoff series, and they could potentially run the Warriors out of the building if they can, play long enough and not catch a Draymond fade. So possibilities, man.
I'm still trying to figure out. I'm looking at the Western Conference standings right now. Like it is crazy to me. And people talk about Bron, right? And I really feel like that's cool. We definitely shouldn't be 2-7, but it is what it is. But I don't know if enough people are talking about the champs coming off rings, starting the season, losing 7 to 10 games. Like it just don't make no sense to me, because you brought darn near everybody back.
Okay, but also consider this too. There's that thing called championship fatigue. You know what I'm saying? It's the beginning of the season, man.
It been 2 years for me. I don't know that. I don't know.
Let them boys cook that food, man. The macaroni and cheese ain't done yet, man. They're gonna be back. They're gonna be back. It's not. I'm telling you, because it's everybody else is not really gonna be sustainable at this point. Especially when you couldn't consider the fact that they're 3-7 right now, and they're only 5 games. They're only 4 games back.
Yeah,
it should be worse.
Yeah,
and they're not.
Say same thing for the Lakers.
You need to let this Laker thing.
We're only 5 games back, bro.
Y'all playing for Victor whatchamacallit.
No, hey, chill out, man. We ain't playing for the Frenchman.
Y'all playing for Victor whatchamacallit, bro.
Not. Stop.
And I feel like people need to stop this. Like, yo, I like Victor Wembanyama. I
Yeah,
think that's how you say boy name.
You had it right, Wembanyama.
But y'all disrespecting Bo like Bo don't do what Victor do.
Bobo do work.
Bobo does everything that Victor does, and we forgetting if Bobo didn't get hurt before the draft.
Oh yeah,
he was a top 3 pick.
I'll give you that.
I'm saying y'all gotta stop disrespecting Bull like this because y'all want to see Victor
Wembanyama. Shut up.
Wembanyama. My bad. I ain't even trying to be funny, man. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
I see. That's what y'all playing for. Palinka playing for Wembanyama so that y'all can end up trading that draft pick because y'all want to go get who y'all want to go get Y'all want to go get Mo Bamba.
The Lord. That's what
y'all want to go get Mo Bamba. That's what Palinka gonna do. He gonna trade
what?
He gonna trade the number 1 pick for Mo Bamba because that's what Palinka does.
Man.
And then you gonna be hype about it. You like, oh my god,
Mo Bamba's chill, bro.
Championship.
Nah, he's I don't even he sus. It is what
Mo Bamba sucks.
Huh?
Don't you dare. Mo Bamba doesn't suck.
Sus.
He's sus.
S-U-S.
Oh, I'm talking about Palinka.
No. I'm talking about Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba's not sus, bro.
He's not consistent.
Bamba's a hooper, bro.
But he's not consistent.
Bro, don't disrespect, bro. Because
you can call yourself a hooper, but if you don't do it, you don't do it all the time. You're a hooper.
Oh, so that means AD's not a hooper.
No, he's not.
Okay. Well,
AD is sus as AD the most sus of them all.
That means LeBron's not really a hooper right now.
Chill out.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, there you go.
Don't take it too far. Okay.
There you go. All logic goes out of the window when you talk about LeBron.
Nah, what is he at? 25, 6 and 6?
Who?
LeBron.
I don't know.
I know AD has a resume of being sus.
They've been trash, so I'm not paying attention to them right now. You know what I'm saying? But you can't say nothing about LeBron being 25, 6 and 6 when Russ be averaging 19, 8 and 8, giving you exactly what he is, and then be like, oh
no, he's done what he's supposed to do. These
yo, you are in
2 and 7, 9 games.
You are in denial. You need to let that go. Like that link I sent y'all when Buddy was like, Brian might be a little washed. He need to move the power forward and just play down low. You ain't responding to that. I was like, yo, he mad about that one.
No, I wasn't. When you see things, I'm just like, hey, what is what it is. He feels the way he feels. He thinks he's being funny. We're just gonna skip over that. You know what I mean? He was gonna be the thing.
It's facts though.
Speaking of the Western Conference, man.
Yeah.
I really have been trying to figure out what this whole thing has been about, because I really, we're gonna skip around, but I really want to look at this Jazz being at number 2 in the Western Conference.
Yeah, that's really hurting your heart right now.
Like it really hurts. Bro, they're 8-3 right now,
bro,
and they just beat us the other night. Like I was hurt. We had the Cavs up for a little bit.
Hey, yo, they stumped y'all in the mouth.
Like 16. We were about 16 on the Cavs.
Hey, yo,
I'm like, bro, what is happening right now?
Hey, yo, the Jazz stumped y'all in the mouth.
Bro, I couldn't even.
I
would say this. I like the way they play basketball. I will give you that. Lauri Markkanen, Jordan Clarkson, Michael. Like I enjoy watching them. It just pisses me off that the Lakers can't do it.
Here's your fun stat for the day.
Here we go.
The Jazz have won 8 games. Of those 8 games, 6 of those games have been won against teams that made the playoffs last year or made the play-in. You know the Lakers wasn't a part of that, right? So the Lakers were like part of the other 2 wins, I think.
Whatever, bro.
Bro, it's cool, bro. But you got to consider they got so Jordan. You got Jordan Clarkson. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Clarkson is having like a career year in assists right now. You know what I'm saying? He's basically a 6 man of the year candidate every time. You know what I'm saying? He comes down the court.
Facts.
Malik Beasley is basically a shooter. You know what I'm saying? That's what he does. Colin Sexton came from Cleveland. Like he was on the mission. Like he was like, oh, so y'all put me out here in Utah in Salt Lake City. Seems like I can't do nothing but play 2K and go home unless I want to go to jail. I'm just going hoop out here. And the boy Lauri from that came from the Bulls. Actually, I'm sorry, it came from Cleveland. He's always been good. And then like
Lauri's been nice.
Playing international ball this past year, he literally showed people why like he's a hooper. Like he gets it. So I don't think it's one of those things where it's like, oh man, the Jazz will win 64 games.
Trade Laurie, bro. And they didn't really be tanking,
bro.
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they make another trade or two before the deadline.
Because Danny Ainge wants to tank.
Yes, and I saw Danny had a meme of Danny Ainge on the sideline. He was looking at the game like this. Yeah. Like, why are we winning right now? But Laurie, interesting stat. Laurie Markkinen has been in the most points and wins this season. He's number 4 with 195 points in the wins this season. You want to know the 3 people above him?
Who?
Ja Morant, Spida Mitchell, and Giannis Antetokounmpo.
But it's early in the season, though.
Bro, but the most points? What is Laurie doing? Did you expect this from Laurie? You expect this from Utah?
Yeah, because in Chicago he was giving you 20.
He was hooping. He's been hooping.
In Cleveland, he was giving you hoops, even though that went a little bit down because he was playing in a crowded front court. But bro, that's what he does. I think the only difference, the biggest shock to me, honestly, is the fact that the Jazz ain't just winning. You know, they done stumped a couple people in the mouth. Like, it's,
big facts.
Which
is crazy.
But that's why I said, like, everybody's excited or like they're panicking. Like, people just like, oh man, what about the Sixers? And I'm like, son, it's early in the season. Like, now if it's 30 games in, you know what I'm saying, and we sitting at 8-22, and Doc is still the coach.
And Doc's still the coach.
Then I'm gonna panic a little, and then I'm all of a sudden show up to 494. I'm like, yo, I think the Mavericks are my team. But it's like the parody of the early season, man, and it's like so much going on. People trying to get healthy and everything going on like that. So if the Jazz if we're still talking about the Jazz, even as like a 6 seed,
facts,
30 games into the season, Danny Ainge gonna be pissed. He gonna be mad.
Let me point out how this is crazy, how unique and integral like C is to our show. All right, we're on episode. This is episode 48 to be exact. Episode 48 of the 494. So from 1 to 48, we've had our ups and downs. We've had crazy times to miss shows to this and that. But in the last 20 episodes, right, we've been consistent, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. In those 20 episodes, I've never seen 0 viewers. And when I tell you, I looked up and I said, "Shit, they all saw C was gone." And they said we got to deal with these 2 knuckleheads.
They're like, yo, I'll watch the replay, dog, later.
I'll catch you when it's over. I'm gonna catch you off the rebound, bro. Yeah,
but you know what though? We were late. We were like 15 minutes late, bro.
That was 9 minutes. Don't.
Nah, bro. We were like 15 minutes late, dog. We were like, I ain't putting the blame out there.
This is crazy. I mean, look, shout out to Sports Talk with C, man. She's doing coverage and killing the game right now, and obviously killing our viewers too. So it is
because it shows that C missed. We still have viewers. I'm telling you, it's because we started.
Yeah. That's so crazy to me. Remember, look. So as we talked about Desmond Bane, the impact he's having on the Grizzlies this season, as well as Utah and doing what they're doing, the camaraderie and the motion that they're playing with. They're just out there playing, right? And you have people like Laurie Markkinen and Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley, like Malik Beasley. These players are just out there to play, right? They ain't pushing no contracts, pushing no agenda, or got to be the superstars of their team. Let's move on to the Eastern Conference because there was a trade over the summer that happened. Very big, lots of picks, lots of people. I think it was 3 people, 3 picks. Donovan Mitchell from Utah over to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're currently 8-1. Now, Darius Garland's only been back. I think it was his 3rd game playing. He's been back. He was hurt for the first part of the season. Missed those first couple of games. And Spida has just been playing out his mind. I think he's averaging like 31. Matter of fact, let me just get the numbers to be sure. He's averaging 31.5, 4.5, and 6.5, 26 PER, which we knew he was nice, right? We knew he was good. But what the flow and what I like is the 6.5 assists. He's trusting his team, and he feels as if I know I'm the scorer. Like I watched the game that they went against Boston, and I watched Darius. This is Garland's first game back. He's stroking like he's hitting from everywhere, right? And I watched towards the end of the game. It goes into Donovan's hands, and it goes, you make the decision. You're the guy. You're the suit. We have an all-star on our team in Darius Garland. Let's not get it twisted. However, we trust you to be a leader. You have the playoff experience. You've been there. You've had the great nights, the crazy nights. You've lost series. You won series. We understand that, and we trust you to go out and do that. I feel as if he's comfortable in the role that he is in, and thriving in that role. Averaging 31 points and 6.5 assists to me is absolutely crazy. And I saw him doing good in Cleveland because I like the landscape of the players and how they played. I love that, but I didn't see this.
Why?
I don't know about you. I knew he was going to be successful. I was thinking 26 points, 4-4, 5-5 maybe.
I mean, he plays the same game that he did in Utah. The only difference is he has more offensive weapons around him, and he has individuals who wants to collectively play defense.
For sure.
So that's what he has around him. So that's the biggest difference. You gotta remember he was bringing the ball up court for Utah last year, so that was never a problem. I think the dope part about it is that 8 games into the season, he's already set the Cavalier franchise record for points scored in the first 8 games. That's above LeBron. Also, so it's like a franchise record.
That's impressive.
With him there, so I'm gonna read you off some of these stats, which is crazy. With him there, the Cavs lead the league in points per game differential. They're 4th in 3-point field goal percentage. They are second in long range in the first half. So in the first half, they're putting them up. Their 118 3-pointers are the second most triples through 9 games in the team history. And Donovan Mitchell is 5th in the Eastern Conference in 3-pointers made, while Dean Wade is 7th and he's shooting that at 47%.
And Dean's been clutch.
They rank 6th in the NBA in offensive rating, and 2nd in defensive rating. And you actually saw a lot of that when they played Boston, because they played Boston out of control. That's a game that I would love to see a 7-game series of.
I can't wait.
They were going back and forth.
Yeah,
and I love the way that that Mobley played, and Darius Garland, to me, he has a lot of that Isaiah Thomas in him.
You said that. Yeah, you said that before.
He's not only a facilitator, but that man is not scared of the shot. He's not scared of the moment. Nope. You know what I'm saying? He'll put you on them skates, and he knows how to get to the basket and be able to kick it out and create for his teammates. So I think they have a really dope core. I like Jared Allen, even though Jared Allen just be getting banged on. I don't know what that's about, but Big Dog just don't care. He be like, "Yo, put me on every poster you want."
Man,
I'm here. He gets his blocks, but they be abusing my man. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. But they're
he comes with the territory, man.
They're very, but they're a very deep team. So I definitely expect that. I didn't expect for them to be as good as they are, but again, when we're 30 games into it, I want to see where they are then, because they had a hot start last year also. You know what I'm saying? So it's if they're able to sustain that, then I'll be like, you know what? They are a top 5 team. But I can't really say much yet because we're 9 games into the season. Everybody been hurt. You know what I'm saying? Or everybody ain't playing up to par, so it just depends.
That makes sense. I think at the end of the day, where we are in the season, you're gonna have to look at it and see what the rest of it's gonna look like, and what teams you got. Said now you want to talk about what? Check out the voice. Now you want to talk about the Celtics?
Yeah, we want to talk about the loss that the Celtics took. That's what we want to talk about. We want to talk about the loss that the Cavs gave.
Shout out to Nick too, man. I said Cavs look great. They need to be a steady 3. I can't see LeVert staying healthy all season.
I want LeVert to stay healthy because LeVert has crazy potential, and that sucks.
Here we go. Look, at the beginning of the season, and I'll read it out just so we could say, what about Paolo? What about the Hawks? What did y'all say about them? So at the beginning of the season, we picked our sleeper team. One of the sleeper teams that C and Will talked about were the Magic, talking about Jalen, talking about Paolo. And I mean, if you want to speak to that, you go ahead and speak to that.
Paolo is my guy. I told everybody that before. He's head and shoulders above everybody else. Even Bull out in Oklahoma City, he was gonna be good, but he wasn't gonna be Paolo. Paulo knows how to play the game. He's got an NBA ready built body. He played at Duke. He knows how to play in the moment, and he has a lot of facilitator, rebound. Like he's everything. He's a total package. Once they're able to literally get that figured out, I think they need one more veteran. I think they're going to be really, really good. They got a tremendous core. You know what I'm saying? You got Markelle Fultz. You got Fultz, you got Cole Anthony. Bol is playing out of control. And they're in the games. Like they're not just getting blown out like the Lakers and losing games. You know, they're in games, yo. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, hey, live it up, bro.
I'm just calling it what it is.
Live it up, bro.
I'm just calling it what it is.
It is what it is. I think when you have pieces like Jonathan, like Mo, like Terrence, and Terrence is the vet there, but he's not. They need somebody. They need
somebody a little bit more stern because Terrence is going to do his job. He gonna lay it on the line. But they need somebody
who's been to the playoffs, little season, like Mike Conley in Utah. Like he's been a part of crazy runs, right? Playoff runs. And he's definitely pushing that team. The team shouldn't be. The Jazz shouldn't be where they are.
A trade I know that's not.
Go ahead.
A trade I know that's not going to happen. But a person I would love to see on the Magic is Kevin Love.
That's not bad. That's not bad. But he's too good off the bench right now.
Right.
But imagine like he's facilitating his role.
But imagine Kevin Love coming in and playing that front line. And you doing like a big lineup, and you got Paulo at the 3, you got Caleb at the 4, and you got Bobo at the 5, and you still got Franz Wagner. Like
you ain't lie. I like Cole. I like Jalen. I like Mo, Bobo, Wendell Carter Jr., which is he's been kind of slept on, but he's a double machine. And then Paulo coming in doing what he's supposed to be doing. Moving over to the Hawks. Just to answer your questions, how do the Hawks beat? Look at this. How do the Hawks beat the Bucks? That's gonna be okay. So let's talk about this because we had an absolute blessing, right? We had our first media pass going into the Hawks game this end of last week when they went against the Pelicans. Overtime win, 124-121. I mean, just an amazing game to be at, right? We talk about 5 people going in double digits. DeJounte Murray had a triple-double. Trae Young had 34 and 10. You had 21 assists from your two guards, right? And Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. Clint Capella had 21 and 19. DeAndre Hunter's definitely playing crazy. And had 15, 6 and 1. And that was going to be the question for me when we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Like it was, how do they figure it out? So they're down 6 now.
Well, the thing about the Hawks game tonight is, unfortunately, is that Trae Young is out. So the fact that they're only down 6
was impressive,
and Trae Young is out is impressive in itself.
They got a nice DeJounte how they lead their team.
Yeah, I mean they got a nice little core, yo. DeJounte's come out and he's been a lot better than I expected. I mean, I knew he was going to be good, but he's been a lot better than I expected. And he's kind of been like the vocal leader of that team, even more than Trae to a certain extent.
Yeah.
AJ Griffin has been playing great. Who else? DeAndre Hunter, of course, is somebody that everybody wants to see do great. And then you still got Clint Capella. The only thing about the Hawks is, as much as I like them, I want to see the Hawks get a little bit more deeper. Like I like their rotation, but I feel like the Hawks still need 1 or 2 more like 3-and-D players before we can actually talk about them being in like a full 7-game series with somebody like the Bucks and being like, yo, they can push this to the limit, they could possibly win. Because the team last year was so stacked. And then everything that happened and the trade and everything like that, which is understandable. Like anytime your team trades for a superstar, well, because I already know how people want to say trades for a star like DeJounte Murray, like you're gonna have those growing pains coming in. But I mean, the Hawks are 6-3 already, so you know what I'm saying. They're playing how they should be playing.
I think it's and believe in the same thing. I think it's one of those things when you have. I mean, Nate McMillan right now really has a 9-man. I think in that game against the Pelicans, they had a 9-man rotation.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're talking about DeJounte, Trey, Clint, John, DeAndre Hunter, who was I think Jalen Johnson come off who ripped Zion a couple times, which I definitely didn't expect that. But when you're coming on trying to make sure and like what can we do? How do we figure this out? And it's the same thing with the Bucks. Like that's just a solid put together team. They've always been a regular season team, right? Putting it together in the playoffs is where we always see them always rise to the occasion. But the Bucks have always been great in the regular season. Now the pieces that you're gonna have is Trey, is DeJounte, is Clint. That's gonna be to me your core three, right? Like John Collins is gonna have to be some type of X factor. He has to be, right? But at the same time, their starting five, I would put their starting five up against a lot of teams in the Eastern and Western Conference. When you're talking about Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Clint Capella, John Collins, and DeAndre Hunter, I would put them up. Now, what you're talking about coming off the bench, that's going to have to be the biggest thing, right? Yeah. Who's going to be your X factor, right? Who's going to come off and lead that second unit? Or is it going to be DeAndre or John? Like even in that win against the Pelicans, John Collins had 7 points. He went 7-5-1.
So but the thing about John Collins is he such an X factor that he'll have that game, and I think that's kind of what maybe frustrates people sometimes. And you get that a lot of times with those guys who are literally on the fringe. Because John Collins, as much as I hate how he tried to play my Sixers last year, John Collins has the potential to be like a real star. But he can give you 7, but then he'll come back next game, he'll give you 25 and 12.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He's a monster.
So I want to see.
He's definitely not consistent.
I want to see more of the pick and roll game come. I want to see more of those rolls to the basket for him. You definitely got that with that backcourt with Trey and DeJounte. And then the great thing about it is they're a lot more lanky now. You know what I mean? Yeah, so the liability that Trey could be on defense, you're able to hide that a little bit more with the way that defense is set up and how they're playing. And John Collins is a big part of that. So, even if he's not getting it on the offensive end, he can still come through on the defensive end and he can affect the game the way he's supposed to. Like I said, I feel like the Hawks are going to end up being that team during the trade deadline where they're going to make a trade that shocks us, or they're going to sign a free agent where we're kind of like, man, I'm shocked. I would love to see them bring back Dwight Howard.
He should be on an NBA team right now. I don't understand it.
Him.
But that's off the bench, though, to give Clint and John a break?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because Dwight Howard with the Hawks easy will come in, I think, in 15, 20 minutes a game and give you like 10 and 8. That's all you need.
Give me a few offensive rebounds, putbacks. Yeah. You ain't got to be an anchor back there. Just be a big old 7-foot body with them broad shoulders. I appreciate it. Needed the Hawks would not be a bad pickup for them. Yeah. Even with a Kongu coming up the way he is, right? Like even in that last game against the Pelicans, he only went 4-1-1, played 18 minutes. So for me, it's like he has the potential, but the consistency isn't there. And we all know it's hard to get rhythm with consistent minutes and being in and out of rotation. Like you're trying to be consistent, trying to get your shots up. But when you have another star that comes in DeJounte Murray, who's playing next to Trey, those two are the focal point. And you're going to eat off of them. Like Clint Capella ate off of them 21 and 19. John didn't eat off in this game, only going 7-4-1. So I think that team can be good. They haven't found it like Cleveland has right now.
Right. But that's not. But you know what's not fair to them though?
Say it again.
What's not fair to them though is that Cleveland didn't have to give up as much as the Hawks did to get to get DeJounte. So that's the problem. And right now the Eastern Conference is bananas.
I love it.
Like speaking 1 through 8 is crazy. And
I enjoy it, man. And speaking, we're gonna end with this, man. Speaking on the Eastern Conference, there's a name out there that people are talking about and speaking about, and we just don't know what the real is. We haven't really figured it out. We just saw it kind of play out, don't know the ins and outs. And I'm talking about Coach Ime from the Boston Celtics, who got suspended for a year, who is potentially getting a coaching job in Brooklyn from owner Tsai. And I'm trying to understand. We talked about this in the group chat, trying to figure out what does that really look like? What did Coach Ime do to get suspended? And now that Joe Tsai has plans on hiring him, he is getting serious pushback from picking up Ime and making him the head coach of the Brooklyn Nets, and not just pushback from like, hey, the fans of Brooklyn, we don't want Ime, blah blah blah. Apparently, like big wigs in the organization, big wigs around in his circle are saying serious pushback on picking up Ime. Like, Will, tell me how you feel about it. You said pre-show you had some feelings about this. I need to know now.
I don't like the Nets as a whole right now. I'm gonna be real careful with my words because I do realize the network that we're on, and I don't want to say everything I want to say. I want to say this. Kyrie was wrong in the fact that Kyrie should have denounced, should have made that denouncement about being anti-Semitic. However, at the same token, I can't fault Kyrie for his views outside of that, because he even came out and said like, yo, that's not the case. But the fact of the matter is, like, big dog, you could have got behind this and you could have literally just announced it. It would have been dead. We wouldn't even be talking about this anymore. You'd be playing basketball. My issue is this. So now they have this whole list of things they want Kyrie to do before he comes back to play basketball, right? Because there's a morality issue. Here's a couple things. Joe Tsai is not completely innocent. Okay, I'm just gonna put out there. Look up the Alibaba Group, the company that he owns. Okay,
put it out like that.
Let's keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Boy is dirtier than a Waffle House bathroom. All right, you say whatever you want to say about that. I don't really care. It is what it is. You have all this morality that you want Kyrie to do, almost like you want to son him, and then you consider bringing in Ime Udoka, who, listen, black man, get your money. But at the same token, he just took the Celtics to the finals last year in his first year, and the Celtics saw fit to suspend him for the entire year. He clearly did something that he should not have done. So you're so focused on winning, and instead of finding the right coach, which Mark Jackson is out there.
Facts.
There's a number of different coaches out there who you can go and get, but you're focused on Ime Udoka, who might be just as dirty, if not more dirty, than what you're claiming Kyrie is right now. I mean, let's keep it a buck. Like, I'm never gonna be one to be, yo, Kyrie is right, because I'm not that guy. Like, I've mentioned a couple times when here, like, come on, fam, like, be Uncle Drew, do what you gotta do. I don't want you to shut up and dribble. But if you could dead the issue and just tell these folks, listen, I'm not anti-Semitic, like, that's not who I am. And the fact of the matter is, we've got all this heat for Kyrie about him sharing the link. Why are we not talking about Amazon? Why hasn't Amazon pulled the film? As a matter of fact, we're giving Amazon more buzz about the film.
You know what?
I didn't hear Joe.
Go ahead, man.
I didn't hear Joe Tsai complain about any of that. I didn't hear Joe Tsai mention any of that. It just seems like, yo, and then he has a way of wanting to embarrass his players on a consistent basis. Fam, you are the owner. You are not Mark Cuban. You're nowhere near as good as Mark Cuban. Like, yo, you need to sit on the side, be quiet, get your team together. You shouldn't have gave Steve Nash the team. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should have went the route that you should have went, did your due diligence, got the right coaching, and created the right culture for that team. Now you got one of the greatest players of all time who's literally looking like a shell of himself because he's trying to lead a team of a whole bunch of nobodies. You got Ben Simmons, who Ben Simmons is going to Ben Simmons. Big Dog is not going to shoot the basketball. I don't even know why y'all keep trying to say that that's going to happen. Let Ben Simmons play defense. But then you got Ben Simmons playing with Nick Claxton. That's clogging up the lanes. Okay, Kyrie is out. You want to embarrass Kyrie. You telling Kyrie he got to go on a Carmen Sandiego journey before he can come back and play. And the fact of the matter is, your hands are dirty. Nobody's talking about Joe Tsai. And while we're at it, ESPN got all this issue with Kyrie. Why are we talking about Brett Favre stealing all that money? I know this is the 494, but like, what are we doing?
Facts.
What are we doing, fam? You got me all on the screen by myself. I'm feeling like Radio Raheem right now.
And you needed that.
Y'all need to get rid of Joe Tsai. Joe Tsai probably need to sell the team. He clearly don't know what he's doing. That's at the end of the day, he does not know what he's doing.
That's when you got money and you do what you want.
Bro, it's nothing but morality issues with that team, and it starts with the owner. You are embarrassing your players by literally, instead of talking to them, you're going to the media.
Yeah,
why are you tweeting? We don't know you. Like, yo, shut up.
Why are you tweeting?
Beers, bro.
Hey, Nick said he's second everything you said, bro. Nick said he's right there with you, bro.
I'm done, man. Because I
wanted to give you your soapbox. You felt very passionate about that. I backed out the way.
It irks me to my soul because while I understand where everybody is upset with Kyrie, yo, we are lambasting this man. And that's including Nike, who's made money off of his back the entire time. You haven't had issues with anything else that he's done. Now somebody finally said something, and now this is when you decide to step up. Now you
we're not releasing the Kyrie 8s.
Like, come on, bro. And let's keep it a buck. Y'all have released the same shoe for the last 5 years. Nobody care about that. Like, I'm tired of it.
I was at dinner Friday, and my man was like, throw away your 7s. I was like, you crazy. I don't care about what they got going. They're one of the most comfortable shoes I ever played.
That's like the stupid people that burned all their Nike gear because of Kaepernick. Big dog, you already paid for it.
I paid good money for this stuff. What are you talking about?
I just think the Nets are a mess, and I think the people who should truly be held accountable are not being held accountable. And this whole crusade against Kyrie Irving is not doing anything except blocking the fact that it's a poorly run organization that can't get it together, and the owner is just as dirty as the people he's trying to hold accountable.
I think that's something that doesn't need anything else after it. I think it is perfect to end on that note.
Sexual chocolate.
I hope they end it. I hope they figure it out, man. I hope they get it together. The team, they have the pieces to do something.
Ben Simmons is not going to shoot. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for him to be Earl Manigault, it's not finna happen, fam. All right. I've seen it in Philly. And this is not blasting Ben. It is what it is. Listen, Ben Simmons will show you all the rec league games in the world of him shooting threes, bro, but he's not going to shoot. It's not who he is. He told you who he was.
Not mad at it. They're still 9th in the division right now. In the Eastern Conference.
I know KD got to be. I would with Charles Barkley say KD got to be rolling over in his grave because he knowing he should have stayed in Golden State.
Oh, definitely. We've been saying that since he left, but it is what it is.
He Eric Benade himself. That's what he did.
He definitely did.
he Eric Benade himself, man.
Big facts, man. Look, shout out to the league, man. Appreciate what's happening in the NBA because if it wasn't for them, we would have nothing to talk about, my boy. So I appreciate Josiah. Thank you for doing the things you're doing. Email, I don't know what you did, but gosh darn it, you did something crazy. Desmond, keep shooting the ball. Donovan, keep leading that team. And we're gonna see what LeBron and AD is. If AD's on the track,
they're not gonna do anything. They're not. I'm putting you on the list with Josiah and Rob Pelinka. They're not gonna do anything.
Stop it right now. If AD's on trading block, something might happen. I don't know. I'd be excited. I just want to see what's gonna happen.
They finna trade AD for 2 of them snowballs from 7-Eleven.
Hey, chill out, bro.
A Slurpee and the rights to Gordon Dragic.
Chill out right now. Hey, and shout out to the Hawks, man. That was a definitely good game. And definitely shout out to the team. Shout out to the to media, us getting the media pass in the first game at the Atlanta Hawks. That was actually absolutely dope. Them hosting for HBCU night. And that just put on a good game. Shout out to the Pelicans and the Hawks. Hawks winning out 124-121 in overtime. Even had the big stare from Trae Young on Zion. Like, hey, chill out. Hold on.
They finished trade AD for Morris Chestnut when he played the dude in Like Mike.
What are we doing right now?
Two packs of Mike and Ike's in a surge.
I think you really feeling this. You really feeling this. I'm gonna let you have it because we're not gonna talk about the 76ers and what they got going on.
They finna trade AD for a signed copy of Good Burger, 2 pairs of Jordache jeans.
Look,
and an old no limit.
They don't even care no more. You see the viewers. They went from 5 to 0. They don't even care what you're talking about no more. Okay, you stop it right now. Hey, shout out, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in
for 2 boxes of Mr. T cereal.
Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. 494 here on MTV Sports, man. God bless.
Left leg,
peace and love,
and a Ben Simmons jump shot.
Y'all all tell Will he tripping. God bless. Peace and love. 494 here on MTV.
They trading
Sports, man.
AD
Tap
for
in,
a
like,
double from
comment, subscribe, do it all. I'm out.
AD getting traded for a 5 for 5,
Shut up.
and the Lakers still going over 5 for 5.
And shout out to C.
Return
Shout
back.
out to she handling business right now, doing coverage. You'll see her back next
They
week.
trading AD for the future.
Episode 50 coming soon, man. We out here. Shut your mouth.